And welcome back to Cabbage Patch. I'm Dad.
I'm Tommy.
And I'm Gus. I'm sitting over here.
Yes, you are. And today we played Tsuro.
The Way of the Path.
The Game of the Path.
The Game of the Path. Yeah.
And this is a somewhat older game. It's actually for 2 to 8 players. So 8 people can play this game. And the way the game works is you get a one of these little stone tokens here, right?
Well, they're plastic.
One of these little pretend stone tokens. And then you get a hand of these three of these tile cards. And you take turns placing the tile cards. And if you can see the map, all right, so where did we put this here? We put it here. This is where we died, right? Right here. If you can see the map, it makes this intricate path. And the object of the game is to not run yourself off the board, but either through your own tile placement or just through the accident of the other players is have them run themselves off the board. And each turn you have a hand of 3 tiles, and you place one of them down. And when you place a tile down, you move the stone to the edge of the tile. And in this case, you move the stone to the edge of the tile and off the map, and then you die. But if you place the tile, say, here, over here where Gus is, let's do...
That would still kill him.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's on the edge, so you place a... Well, let's do this. So Gus is here, or let's do this. So I'm here, and I place this tile here. I move my character stone around
on the line deck
on the path, and that actually still killed me. I don't know how that killed me, so I must have started out over here. So you move the tile on the path until it stops, right? Or you run off the board. Yeah. So if I must have been here when I played that. So it goes around this little edge here, and then over here, and then stops here on the edge, and that's where. And then the next player has to play a tile. If I'm in front of that, the next time I play a card, I have to play a card that I have to play a card in that space, right? So you move your stone around until you get to a blank space, and then you stop. And if you're putting a tile down, happens to be where 2 of us are,
we both get sent out the world.
we both get moved around. So I would get moved over here, and then apparently off the board, and Tommy would get moved over here. And then when the player is knocked out of the game, if they had any tiles in their hand, those tiles go back to the draw pile. And that's it. It's trying to work your opponents off the map. I accidentally knocked both me and Tommy out. Because I couldn't play another one, which let Gus win, so he didn't have to play that next tile that he had. And we had run out of tiles to draw. So the fun thing is when you run out of tiles to draw, the game isn't over. What happens is whoever tries to draw a tile first and there aren't any left, okay? Yeah. Gets this dragon token. And that means that if somebody gets knocked out of the game and their tiles go into the draw pile, the person with the dragon token gets first dibs on that and gets to refill their hand. And that's it.
And Tommy got it, but never got to use it.
He didn't get to use it because I ran him off the board at the same time. And that's it. It's a really simple game. It's a very pretty game. And it only takes about 15 minutes or 20 minutes to play. And with 3 of us, I think it took closer to 20 minutes. I expect it might take a little longer if there are more players, but like I said, it goes up to 8 players. So if we ever have a big group of people here, we can play a long game.
It'll probably be absolute chaos with lots of people dying.
It possibly will be absolute chaos with lots of people dying. The components are really nice. These tiles are really thick, and they've got beautiful calligraphy on them with ink marks. And the board itself is really pretty, and it's a picture of a phoenix or something. It's a bird, not an actual dragon. And then the paths actually make it's really hard to keep track of where the paths are going to go. So doing that in your mind is hard.
It's like spaghetti.
It's like spaghetti. So I really liked it. The rules are really simple. There wasn't anything to forget or remember, right? Making sure that you can place a tile that doesn't kill you. You only can place a tile that kills yourself if you have to. That's the thing to remember. Other than that, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. So, what do you think, Gus? What did you like about this?
I liked how the paths fit perfectly. So there's one big line.
Yeah. So
Because
this,
say if I was over here, I'd go ooh.
and then right off the board, right? And if you came back on this path, it would go zoo. Oop, and then it goes this way, and then it goes around here, and this way, and then off the board.
Well, in most of those scenarios, I died.
Yeah. So I mean, once you get to the edge of the map, and with this many tiles out, it's almost impossible not to kill yourself or at least somebody else. So I like that too. What about you, Tommy? What did you like?
They're really some things.
All right. I like these tokens too. I think that they've got these little dragon symbols on them. They're embossed plastic, but they're pretty hefty pieces of plastic, so they're kind of cool. I don't know. You ready to give it a score? Is there anything else we forgot?
I like how they. I don't know if they made this intentional, but they literally colored one of the rocks gray.
Yeah. So this is a gray stone. Well, stones can be all of these colors, right?
Yeah, but that's just ironic because the stone is actually the color gray.
Yeah. There's a yellow one, and a green one, and a brown one, and a blue one, and a white one. And then we played with gray, red, and black, so that we could see what was going on the table. Anything else? What did I miss? Anything to add?
Nothing really.
All right. So you ready to give it a score?
I'll go first.
All right. What's your score?
3.
You're going to give it a 3?
Yeah.
Outstanding. What are you going to give it, Thomas?
2.
2? Okay. I think I'm going to give it a 3. I think I'm going to give it a 3 because it's quick. And I think there's enough complexity to play with a large number of people so that if you have even more people, we can play it as a 2-player game, which is kind of cool. Or we can play it as a 3-player game, which is what we did, or we can play it with even more friends. So I think next time we have friends over, we'll play it with more friends and see how crazy it gets. So that's a 3 plus 3 that's 8. That's an 8 cabbage game. That's pretty good. All right. I think that's it. Anything else before we do the outro?
No.
All right. Well, you're in the frame, Gus. Give it the outro.
Subscribe, like, hit that bell, Tommy.
Leave a comment if you wish.
Plenty of cabbages, not us though.
Because that's bait set by the other stones to walk onto one of those tiles and lead you right off the board, and then they will eat all of your tokens.
And you do not want to be the brownstone.
You don't want to be the brownstone. All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.